Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that this video is in fact the 200th episode of Out Loud Geek, and I wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for your support. How many current and former Star Wars fans would be truly thrilled if Kathleen Kennedy was actually no longer in charge of LucasFilm? I know for myself, I would be ecstatic. It would be a dream come true if she was truly gone and nobody had to worry about her having any more influence over the Star Wars franchise, which she has completely screwed up. Well, there is a new rumor flying around that Disney may indeed be planning to remove the boss of Lucasfilm sometime in 2023. But when it comes to rumors like this, I always take them with a grain of salt, and I highly encourage everyone to take this with a grain of salt. This is strictly a rumor. It has not been verified, so I'm saying that up front, but let's all take a moment and just feel the joy of the possibility that she could actually be gone as of next year. What a pure joy that would truly be. After 10 years in the position, Kathleen Kennedy's reign of terror at Lucasfilm is rumored to be coming to an end in 2023. Boy, let us all hope this is actually going to happen. Kathleen Kennedy has been president of Lucasfilm since 2012, when George Lucas unfortunately sold his company to Disney for a reported $4.05 billion. During her reign of terror as president, Lucasfilm has produced 5 live-action Star Wars films, most of which are crap, and began a new television era for the galaxy far, far away on Disney+. And a lot of that isn't too good either. And a lot of people aren't watching any of it. A decade into Disney owning Star Wars, and fans have had a mixed reception of this generation of the franchise. Many are critical of how the sequel trilogy turned out after a divisive sequel in The Last Jedi, and a generally disappointing finale with The Rise of Palpatine. Yes, I freely admit that I am part of the toxic fandom that does not like the sequel trilogy. I despise Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi, and I really hate Jar Jar Abrams' The Rise of Palpatine. That really was the final nail in the coffin for that sequel trilogy. Oh, that was so bad. However, there have been many high points, including Rogue One, which is actually the only good movie that's been made under Kathleen Kennedy being in charge of Lucasfilm, The Mandalorian, which is a good series, and the latest series, Andor, which is also good, but hardly anybody is watching it. And this is a very fascinating paragraph because look at what series didn't get mentioned. Obi-Wan Kenobi! Obviously, they don't consider Obi-Wan Kenobi to be one of the high points. Am I shocked? No. After years of chatter that Kennedy may not last at Lucasfilm as president, a new rumor indicates that her time may be done sooner rather than later. And believe me, there are millions of people who are hoping for just that. Granted, unfortunately, this is just a rumor. It is not confirmed, but let us all keep our fingers crossed that this is actually going to happen. So here is the source of the rumor. YouTuber John Campea revealed on his live show that his sources have indicated that Kathleen Kennedy will be removed as the president of Lucasfilm either before the release of Indiana Jones 5 or shortly thereafter. And here is what he had to say. This is what I have heard. And mind you, I'm reading this. This is strictly a rumor. There is no verification that this is actually going to happen. So I'm just saying that up front so that there's no confusion. This is what I have heard. I have heard that the decision to remove Kathy Kennedy has already been made and that she will be gone either sometime before or very, very shortly thereafter the release of Indiana Jones 5. Now, I want to be very, very clear here. I cannot independently say to you and confirm to you that this is a fact. I will say that one of the two people that have contacted me has a 100% average on the things they've informed me of. Well, let's all keep our fingers crossed, like I said, that this will actually turn out that way, because there are millions of people who want her gone. Campea further explained that sometimes he is corrected by sources after speculating on his show. In this case, two separate people completely independent of each other said Kennedy could be out in 2023. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. I honestly don't know. It would be fantastic if Kathleen Kennedy was actually removed from Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm has literally gone down the toilet under her reign of terror there, with her Forces Female and all her bullshit that she did with the sequel trilogy. And that thing is a testament to how little she knows about how to run a film studio. To haphazardly produce 3 films that were supposed to be interconnected, but with absolutely no plan whatsoever. Is it any wonder that the sequel trilogy is just basically pure crap? No, it's not. Is there going to be a new president of Lucasfilm in 2023? If this rumor proves to be true, many fans may celebrate like the Ewoks singing Yub Nub after the second Death Star exploded. Is that a fair reaction? Probably not, but fans are entitled to their own opinions, and many have deemed Disney Star Wars an overall failure. And I am one of those people who has deemed it an overall failure. After 2019's The Rise of Palpatine, no Star Wars films have hit production. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron has been indefinitely delayed, which means it's probably never going to happen. And Taika Waititi's film doesn't seem to have much momentum at this point, and I don't really think that's going to come to fruition either. New reports indicate that there may be some unconfirmed Star Wars films on the horizon. Ms. Marvel's Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is set to direct Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie for Lucasfilm, and Sean Levy is in talks to direct a future film. But again, I don't believe there has been anything official about these. These could just be more rumors on top of everything else. It's hard to say. Lucasfilm's next big theatrical release is Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones 5 on June 30th, 2023. And any future films for the studio owned by Disney may need the stamp of approval by a new president. One can only hope that it will be a new president that is not Kathleen Kennedy or any of her cronies. That would really be bad. It would be no better if one of her cronies took over as president of Lucasfilm. That would just mean that the same reign of terror would just keep on going. Over the next 8 months, fans will have to wait and see if this rumor comes to fruition. Well, like I said, this is purely a rumor. There isn't any way to independently verify this. This was reported on The Direct, which does have some good features sometimes, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'll keep my fingers crossed. I would love nothing more than to see Kathleen Kennedy forever gone from Lucasfilm.
Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.